Hello and welcome. We are watching News 9 Live. I'm Krishnakumar and we are taking up the issue of the safety for women in workplaces, even as the horror in Kolkata continues to dominate headlines. Now, let's begin with that shocking incident from Kolkata which has been dominating headlines. A trainee doctor at RG Kar Medical College was raped and murdered, sparking nationwide protests. So far, 19 arrests have been made in the vandalism that happened during the protests at RG Kar Hospital. The CBI has intensified its investigation into the rape and murder of the trainee doctor. The officers also visited the victim's residence and contacted her parents to gather crucial information. Now, the incident has sparked the fundamental question related to safety at workplaces for women, not just in hospitals, but across the board. Are workplaces safe enough for women? If you're complaining about the lack of enough women participation in the workplace, are you making it safe for them to come? We have a very special guest joining us on this broadcast. We have Rekha Sharma, former chairperson of the National Commission for Women, now joining us. Rekha, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us. I want to begin by asking that fundamental question that rises in everybody's mind when you look at that horror in Kolkata. It is not just about doctors, it's not just about night shifts. It is a fundamental question of whether workplaces are welcoming enough, first of all, at a very basic level, safe enough for women to be there.
Very pertinent question. This is now every woman of India is asking this. And why it is not safe? Why the mindset of men is not changing when women have come forward and are they are contributing in every field. But why the safety and security of women is still concerned, not only in one hospital or in one bay or in one city or in one state. Every woman of every state is now standing up and asking this question, and we must now act. Yesterday, as we know, the Prime Minister from Red Fort also said that women's safety and security should be the first initiative of every state. They should work on safety and security of women. So I think it is now the time that every woman should stand up and ask that this is their basic right to be safe at the workplace. Even at home, women are not safe. And it is not because police is not working, it is not because the laws are not there. Home, and when they are not safe at home, that means the mindset of the society is going down the drain. We are now, I think, morally going down. That's why such gruesome incidents are happening.
Absolutely gut-wrenching and gruesome. But Rekha, one is this gruesome, gut-wrenching incident that's a complete extreme, unprecedented, after Nirbhaya. But then again, it is not just about these gruesome incidents. It's the day-to-day issues that women face at the workplace, isn't it? And you have laws in place. You do have awareness now more than ever before, so that when women are wronged at workplaces, when their safety is harmed, then they do have a forum to make their displeasure known, to make their complaints, to file their complaints. But the fact of the matter is that despite the laws in place, despite so much awareness, the fundamental safety of women continues to be an issue, whether it's going to be this gut-wrenching gang rape or not.
You're right. There is a law, Sexual Harassment at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition, Redressal Law. That act is there. But how many people know about this act? Even women working in the offices, they don't know. The officers, they don't know. The administration doesn't know the law. They are not even implementing at many places. When I was the chairperson, we used to visit at many factories, many industries. We have seen that they don't even know about the law. How will they implement? That is the second question, that when they don't know the law, how will they implement? That law is there, but implementation is not there. And even in many states, the government offices don't have IC, internal committees, when they don't even have. And we are talking about sexual harassment at workplace, where women can go and give the complaint. But if we won't let women live we will murder her. Where will she, how will she go even, and where will she complain? She is not even alive. After such cases are happening, that she has been sexually assaulted, she was murdered, and that is extreme. But even small incidents like uh, teasing, that is also, even women don't know where to complain. They are not aware any such law is there. We at NCW made them aware. We were doing legal awareness program, but let me tell you, NCW is a small body. We all have to stand up and talk about it. Even the government officers should implement what the law says. We need to have IC internal committee at every office, and that committee has to work without any pressure. When they don't work without pressure, whether the committee is at place or not will not and make any difference. And I have seen at many places, in many offices, though the internal committee take up the incident, they take up the matter also, but because of the pressure of higher ups, because the complaint is against the boss, this committee is unable to do anything. So unless this committee is working without pressure, unless we have proper training to this IC committee, unless we make workers aware of this law, that such law is there, this law will not make a difference. So I would again say that people should work for the awareness of the law and also take it seriously. All the workplaces should take this law seriously.
Right, and for that, they need to be held accountable. Every single workplace, whether it's a public sector workplace or a private sector workplace, there has to be, just like you get basic fundamental clearances before you set up a workplace, one of them has to be that whether your workplace is safe for women or not. If ever there was a time, if ever there was a wake-up call, then the Kolkata horror has to be that wake-up call, that this is made mandatory, compulsory, something to be adhered to, outside of which you are not allowed to have a workplace in the first place.
You're right. They have to mention it in their annual report, and annual report goes to the parliament every time, but they many a times they just say that it is nil, there is no sexual harassment happened in the company. There is no one to go and check again, recheck whether any complaint happened or not. I have visited universities, I have visited many workplaces, but again I will say this act, in fact NCW also suggested few changes in the act, because we need to have more outsider in that internal committee. Unless we have more outsider, these internal people know how to manipulate the report, and they don't. Now I think women sitting over there, they should also now speak up that we need to work without any pressure, but it doesn't happen, because everybody is bothered about their job, and for saving their own job, even the chairperson, that lady sitting in the internal committee, sometimes they also don't take proper decision on they can't take the right decision because of the pressure. So now women, when they are waking up, I will tell through you, I will request through you, every women who are sitting in the internal committee, please kindly take your work seriously, get yourself trained, know about the laws, how the law will help other women, because some time you may be the same, you may be the victim and somebody else is sitting on your chair. So work with your own conscience, work for the victim, not for your own benefit.
Right. That internal complaints committee is crucial, but also what is crucial is that how well that complaints committee handles these issues. Do you think that workplaces in India right now, especially with so many of them are private sector workplaces today, as compared to what it was say 2 decades ago, do you think all of them are first of all equipped and trained enough to put up the right kind of barriers to ensure women's safety?
That's what I told you. They, all of them, they are not even aware. These small industries, the law says that if 10 or more people are working in the committee, they should have internal committee. But these small companies where these 15, 20 people, even 100 of them, they don't even know that there is some kind of IC. Let me tell you, I have visited industries, big industry, where they didn't know that IC is some kind internal committee. Now we don't call it internal complaint committee. It is called internal committee because before redressal we need to make people aware of this. So the whole work comes under internal committee. They have to make people aware of the laws. They make people aware of the numbers of the complaint committee people. So for them it is not only redressal, it is about other things also, so that these complaints should not happen. The people should be safe, they have a safe environment in the working place. So they have the responsibility of that. But again I will say, these companies doesn't know what is the law, how should be internal committee made, how it takes complaint, how it works, how we need to talk to the victims, how to do a proper investigation, that there is a process laid out, but they don't even go through the rules, regulations. And every year, and once something happens, they just immediately change the committee members and keep people according to their own benefit. So if they don't give a free hand to these committees, if people chosen are working under those people who against whom the complaint has come, what is the benefit of internal committee? So we need to work on it properly. I think this law also needs some overhauling, and we from NCW did suggest a few changes, and hopefully the law commission will work, or the law ministry will work on those changes. We need to strengthen these IC committee. Only then I think things will change.
Okay. Okay. Now, I just want to put the focus on the fact that what the horror that unfolded at night, at midnight, in the early hours, in the wee hours. There is a case then to ensure that there is, safety first of all provided for those workers, women workers in these late night shifts, and that's where the first fundamental concern comes from. And of course, that extends to women working across the day, all across the board.
Sure, especially inside the hospital, where anybody and everybody can walk in and go to the doctor straight away, and mostly doctors are females also these days. They are sitting on the night duties. If they are not providing safety and security, and if the culprit is from the hospital, where I can think now in this case, there was not one person who was involved in this crime. There were many, and maybe some insiders were also there, because the report says that 150 gram of semen was there inside the body of the doctor, whereas only one man semen is very less, not more than 5 to 10 grams. So how come 150 gram semen was found? So who all raped her? There are a lot of questions we need to ask from the hospital. There are a lot of questions we need to ask from the police. There are a lot of questions we need to ask from West Bengal government. I was hearing in your channel only, where CM was shouting and doing the demonstration. If the CM of the state will go on demonstration, who will work on these cases? She is now, after so many days, standing up and shouting slogans, whereas she had to act on this sexual assault and rape and murder case, which was horrible. After Nirbhaya, this was the most heinous kind of crime we have seen inside the hospital. So who is responsible if the police will not act? they have, I think they have tempered the evidences over there. There was some kind of demolition going on when the CBI, after the CBI took over. So who is going to reply all these questions? People sitting inside the hospital, there is police who need to work on this. Not only work on this, they have to come clear about so many questions I am raising, so many people are raising. The parents of the victim, they have so many doubts. They are going to the court one again and again. If the state was working, if the police was working, they would not have gone to the court. CBI was not required if the police was working properly. Why 7,000 people gathered in the hospital? Why they demolished so many things? Why there was so much tampering of the evidences? Where was the police when the 7,000 people were gathered there? So who is going to ask these questions? My blood is boiling. I'm sitting here and I really want to go there and stand by the family and fight their battle. This is the time that every woman should fight this battle.
Right. As we speak, Rekha, just a short while before, you saw Mamata Banerjee taking out a rally demanding, joining a rally demanding capital punishment. So in that sense, the most important factor in ensuring workplace safety is speedy trial. You have a centre's directive to all government hospitals saying that an FIR should be filed within 6 hours of the incident. So it is the speedy trial and convictions that will send the right message out when it comes to women's safety at workplaces.
Sure, yes, but if the CM is now demonstrating and asking for the capital punishment, but she is working otherwise, their goons are demolishing the hospital and tampering the evidences, how will this person get persons, I will say, these persons will get capital punishment if the tampering of evidence is happening? One side she is showing the world that she is standing by the victim, and other side her own goons, her own police is not acting. They didn't act for so many hours, let alone 6 hours. For few days they didn't act on this case, and when they acted, they just made an alibi and arrested one person, only one person, whereas the post-mortem report shows that this is not the work of one person. Where are others? Whether insiders were involved, who all, why they are saving people by tampering the evidences? Why? What is there in the evidences because of which they want to demolish them? So at one side she is showing the world that she is standing very strongly with the family, with the victim and all that, but at other side her police, and this is not the first time. Time and again I have seen that police is always sweeping under the carpet. All the cases are being swept under the carpet. They have done nothing. West Bengal police is the most incompetent police I have ever seen during my 9 years. Again, time and again I have visited and seen women crying over there. Nothing happens. Nothing. They are literally crying on my shoulder many times. But because police doesn't listen, they have to ask the CM for a small little thing every time I go there. Even if I want FIR report, they will have to call the CM and ask whether she wants them to give FIR report or not. Their DGP cannot make a statement unless he asks from the CM. So where is the fair and free and fair investigation where the victims can get the justice? And if the investigation of the police is not right, let me tell you, no judge can do anything. If the IO is not making a report properly, nothing will happen in the courts for the justice of these victims. So we need proper investigation. Now the CBI hopefully will be working, but if the evidences are already been tempered, I don't know what will they find in the evidences. So we need to sit tight and work properly, very, very properly to book these culprits, because there is not one culprit, there are many of them, and maybe someone very, very important whom people and police want to save.
All right. Rekha Sharma, former chairperson of National Commission for Women, thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here on News 9 Live on that very important story.